This week I want to dig into a little bit on why I would take receptivity over knowledge. Don't get me wrong, I love knowledge. Knowledge is important to me. But receptivity is in the now. It's instantaneous. Knowledge to the entrepreneur can almost be somewhat debilitating. It'll put you into that never-ending cycle of always having to know more before you'll actually start, before you'll begin, before you'll do. Let me give you an example. I'm a terrible flyer. I hate flying. And the older I get, the worse it seems to get. And, you know, I'm not a religious man, but my relationship with God usually coincides with my relationship to turbulence. And I had to take one of those flights, one of those tiny, teeny little mountain air flights, you know, the ones that are usually called like Bob's Airlines. And the word Bob is written in crayon right across the side of the plane. And of course, when you go up to get your ticket, you happen to notice the badge on the ticket counter, and it's Bob. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, just coincidence. Of course, you go out onto the tarmac, onto the runway, and the guy is putting the luggage on the plane, and his name is Bob. And you think to yourself, oh, please, please, please don't make, and sure enough, he's the pilot. And I'm thinking, oh my God, and you know, there's only like 4 of you bouncing up and down over the Rocky Mountains. Anyway, so we landed safely, obviously, because I'm here to tell you this wee tale. So I said, Captain Bob, can I ask you a question? He said, certainly, fire away. I said, why don't you give us a parachute? He said, you're joking. I said, no, I'm deadly serious. Why don't you give us a parachute? I mean, there's only 4 of us on the bloody plane anyway. He said, well, let me ask you a question. Have you ever used a parachute? I said, no. You've never skydived? I said, no. He says, well, there you go. You have no knowledge about how to use a parachute. I said, you know, that's true. That is true, but I also have no knowledge about what it's like to have my arse fly into a mountain at 600 miles an hour either. Give me the parachute and I'll take my chances on the way down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's what knowledge is. Knowledge sometimes is having to learn on the way down, hopefully on the way up. But knowledge is a journey. Knowledge is a lifelong journey. And I've got news for you. The journey never ends. Why would you ever want it to? But receptivity is instantaneous. Receptivity is in the now. Receptivity is knowing, give me the parachute and I'll take my chances on the way down. Wake up.